What I noticed in our first tournament is I'm seeing a lot of 4 seconds from our quarterbacks, okay? There's 3 reasons why that happens. One can be on the play calls, okay? So if we're trying to run a bunch of deep routes and we don't have anybody underneath, or we have one person underneath and he's completely covered, okay? That's a big issue, okay? Second could be a quarterback that's not reading very well or doesn't see the guy wide open. But what I saw was it's on the receivers. Can you guys clear an area so all the little kids can see that side of the field? Maddox, come here. I want you to run an out route, and I want you to run it kind of hard, but not as hard as you normally would. Ready, set, go. Stop. Cason's one of our corners, okay? And he runs everybody that we played last week man to man, okay? He's going to run the exact same way. Ready, go. Okay? All right, is the quarterback going to be able to throw to Maddox?
No.
No. If we're going to run our routes like that, we're going to get a lot of 4 seconds. I think what's going on, guys, is this. Now, Maddox, I'm going to count to 4 this time. You run your out pattern, okay? And let's see what you do when Luke has you covered. Set, go. 1, 1,000. 2, 1,000. 3, 1,000. 4, 1,000. Okay, he's supposed to be running an out pattern. He doesn't just run an out pattern. Eric, you quarterbacked almost the entire weekend. How many 4 seconds did you have? Just guess. You had 6 games. And let's just say you had 100 snaps. How many 4 seconds did you have?
You say it louder? 0.
No 4 seconds. Want to know why? Because he has 11 guys that are working as hard as those guys on every single play. Because that's what is demanded of them, and now I don't even have to ask anymore. How many blitzes in a game do you get on defense? 1. If I get 4 seconded, what's that like? If I get 4 seconded, Sam, what's that really like I got? An extra sack. Yeah. They got another blitz. Everybody has to get open. Raise your hand, and it's okay. And I want you to be honest. Have you ever been told that you can stop your pattern that your coach shows on this piece of paper if you're not open and run a different pattern? Has anybody ever said that? Raise your hand if your coach has said that. Okay, so about half and half. Well, I'm here to tell you, you need to try to run these patterns because you're probably pulling people out of their area and stuff like that. You're trying to drag people out, okay? But if you're not open and you're counting to 3 and the ball hasn't been thrown yet, you need to stop and you need to get open. All right, now, and then under black, that we're at the tournament, to come up here and stand on the line and face the crowd. All right, now listen to me. These guys went 4-1 and they lost in the championship game. We didn't have all of our horses, okay? Had most of them, but we didn't have all of our horses, all right? When we go to a tournament that your parents pay $20 a head to go to, and we pay a tournament entry fee, and you get to a championship game of the top division, you deserve something. Whether you win a championship or you take a runner-up, you deserve something. So our organization buys you stuff when you do that. Here's some medals for you guys, Coach.
Wow. And you guys should be so proud of yourselves. Man,
You guys are the Capital City warm-up, runner-up team.
you guys all did so good. Good job, 10 you.
4 teams that were at that tournament, get online. Every single player on the team caught a football, and 9 of them scored a touchdown. Okay, that's awesome, guys. Okay, let's give them some love. Good hand to them, you guys. Put them right there.
You know we don't play, stay out the way. Check out this look on my face. I'll come save the day. Give me my cape. Look at I'm flying away. 5-star cream of the crop. Go and make spot. Go and put the cherry on top. This one
If you see it, go. Trust your eyes.
You're there. You're there. You're not. Just try next time, okay, buddy? That was it.
Hey, pay attention, focus. Here, this is another short yardage play. Let's say we're on the goal line. We need 5 yards. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Perfect. Good job. Hey, that's good. That's all right. You got it right there. Good job, Dart. Hey, good job. Look over the everybody, you ran good routes. You're not totally moving, but you're still looking. Yeah, keep those eyes. Not focus on one guy.
On the opposite side, there's a middle zone here. That's all it is. And then everyone else is in man. Hey, just remember, guys, okay? If we're in zone, play your respective zone, okay? Yes, coach. Good. So, remember our signs. We're going to put that on there.
Does he need to be closer?
Yeah.
He does. So tell him. Say, come here towards me. There you go. Now give him that. All right, get ready to play.
Shot.
Let's go. Take control, guys.
Listen, go hard, short routes. I want to see, everybody knows Griffin can throw the football at 40 yards. We all know that we can do that. I don't care about that. I want to see you guys 7, 8, 9 yard routes. Go short routes and pick it apart.
Yeah.
Cover guys, remember, line up on their inside shoulder. So I'm playing defense on Durs. Inside shoulder, not on the outside. Okay? Yep, I'm just telling all 5 of you.
Play, it's quiet in here. And so when I tell you guys you need to be yelling, you need to be yelling. Because when you have a gazillion parents and a gazillion players doing their thing in a dome, it's going to be loud. And that goes to the quarterback, that goes to the defense. Everybody needs to be louder.
One thing that I preach to them, if we have a bad play, defense or offense, it does not matter, okay? When that play is done, whatever happens, the play's done. That's history. We cannot change that play whatsoever, okay? There's no way we can change it. That play's done, history. Move on. Get ready, guys. Hey, man, come back. Hey, sorry, I dropped that ball. Sorry, I threw it too far. Or, hey, guys, good job on defense. Let's get after it. You know, don't put anybody down. Don't be like, dude, you should have caught that ball. Or, man, why didn't you throw me the ball better? Hey, why didn't you get that guy? Don't ever beat up on anybody. We're a team. We're a family, okay? So, play's done. What's happened?
But it's in history.
It's history, okay? It's gone. Can't do nothing about it. Can't get it back. It's over, okay? Move on to the next play. Let's make the next play positive, okay? Yeah. Go grab some water.
Good, 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 beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Hey, come back in real quick. Just, that's exactly what I want you to do as far as the route, but just give me a half-second pause, okay? I don't want you full sprint out there because then that guy's going to bite up, okay?
Ready. Here we go.
Good, good. That's all right. I'll take it. Fine, we'll take it.
You played it right. You played it right. I'll give this up before I'll give that up. This is 0 points. That's 7. Great catch. Great catch.
Good catch. So you got to take the one, and then he's going to backtrack with the other. This is where safety's gone. So we're going to hustle.
I feel like you caught it and you put it in. No, I dropped it.
Hey, nice catch, bro. Nice catch. All right, offense.
So starting with Wild Wild West in 2 weeks, What do we still have to get? Trophies?
That our final schedule will be set on 10 days ahead.
Okay.
So that's our goal. So that means March 5th. So that's already what? Wednesday of next week.
Yep.
Okay. And then I was even shocked because I'm going, there's a million soccer teams. How come they didn't get the soccer field for that day? You know?
Right. Well, yeah, we got lucky there.
Yeah, because I've already tried to get Thursday night and it's already booked.
Yeah. I'm excited for tonight.
Me too.
For the 12s and the 14s to play together.
Yeah, it's going to be a big step up for the 12s, that's for sure. Are you guys going to be testing the new camera tonight?
Yeah, I need to charge it. But I'm excited for the 12s to practice with the 14s tonight because it's the same thing with the 15s. I just think that they need a little bit of a check in their attitudes. And our 14s are a great representation of attitude this season, so.
Yeah, they have been so far.
They're the ones giving pushback this season on
Well,
our
I mean,
goals.
it's a good message for everybody. It's a good message for the 14s too.
Okay, hey, stay positive with each other. Okay, somebody drops the ball, let's not be mad at them. Let's figure out how to lift them up.
That dropped! Let's go! Oh, come on!
Get rid of it. Good job. It would help if we had a scoreboard.
That's Billy. Good job, Billy.
Let's go. Heads up. Heads up.
Clap it up. Heads up. Shake it up.
What was the score in that?
Hey.
15s, and like I felt so discouraged on Saturday. I'm just worried about parents' reactions to us making these corrections, because I don't want parents to take it as an insult, like we don't like their kids. Like,
right.
We love their kids.
No, we love the kids.
We're making these corrections on their attitudes when they're coming off the fields and making fun of the opposing team's players, and when they're just showing bad sportsmanship, because we want the best for your kid and we want the best for their teammates.
Well, I mean, I don't know that we've explained well enough to the parents the non-negotiable thing.
I think we need to send out an email on how we act on the sidelines, how we act towards opposing teams, how we act towards our coaches of our teams, because we really can't keep doing the negativity thing, and it's hard for us because we don't want the drama and the negativity that comes with the pushback from the parents. I don't know, it's just hard to correct the 15 since they're just older, but they're still kids. They need corrected. They're not adults.
Right. Well, I mean, honestly, what it really honestly comes down to is there's and it's sad, but there's very little leadership on the 15s, because the top players, they just want to play. They don't really want to lead that team.
Yeah.
And there's no emulation on that team, so there's nobody that's following somebody there and going, hey, that's the right way to do things, so I want to do it that way. They've all played many years at other places, so they're just kind of doing it the way they've been taught, you know. Not even how they've been taught. how they've been allowed to do it
Right.
for so long, you know.
But parents are quick to defend their kids because I get it. Like
They're their
I
kid.
would be too. Like I totally get it.
Yeah, I think we get through this first week and see how it goes, and hopefully it goes well. And then I think we send out an email say just on that subject, just saying, hey, this is what we're shooting for. So you may see us talking to your kid about certain things that don't have anything to do with 7-on-7 football, and it's because we have your kid's best interest in mind, and we also are trying to build something special here.
Granted, there is a right way to do it too.
Yeah.
I will say this last tournament, like I kind of fumbled a little bit on my approach to correcting them. I think doing so in a more, instead of, like yelling it across the field, instead wait for them to get off the sideline. Our 14s and our 10s, like they're our most positive teams, and they're the teams that are being the most successful.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's the success that's creating the positivity.
No, it's.
I think it's the positivity that's creating the success.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, and that's the speech that I want to give to the to the 15s with the 14s there and the 12s.
So, next few weeks is going to be a little bit intense as we lean into correcting these behaviors.
And again, we have a lot of help. I mean, that's the good news. And that's where it gets discouraging when, you overhear parents complaining about the coaching, let's say if we're losing or something like that. I certainly don't want to be talked about like it's my fault that our kids are throwing interceptions. That's not me.
Yeah.
And the same playbook's being used for the team that goes 6-0 that goes on the same team that goes 1-5. It's the exact same plays, so it's not the playbook. So, it's going to come down to, how it's played or the competition,
Right.
And so if the competition's better, then you're probably going to lose. This sport is so much about just all the kids are good. All of our players are good, and all their players are good. So really it just comes down to who plays better together and who has a better attitude and who's enjoying it out there and having fun and getting over a loss as fast as you can. And,
Right.
We saw both of those this last weekend. We saw, not being able to get over a loss, so carried into another loss, and we saw the huge party of a win that went right in fast as could into a championship game, and all of a sudden you're down by 2 touchdowns,
Yeah, so then this last weekend when we went 0-4, and then the guys were sitting on the side just talking about how crappy they feel their team is. I'm sitting there talking to them and be like, use this as fuel to actually start paying attention in your practice. Right. Thank goodness for Tyler, because Tyler was like, let's do some TikToks, and then we did that TikTok, and I think it boosted the morale.
It did, because I was over trying to figure out, okay, now I got to go into bracket play. We're going to put our best players on the field the entire time. And when I got back over there, the whole mood of the team had changed. And they were having so much fun and just laughing. Everybody was. It was great to see that. And then obviously carried into the bracket win right away. A team that had beaten us in pool play.
Twice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beat us twice. And I was like, when we were doing the TikTok, I was like, I wonder if these teams are looking at us and wondering why we're so happy. Like, why are they over there filming TikToks when they just lost 4 games? They must be like, this team is like, this is why they're losing. It's because they're just like messing around. That brought more unity within that team. We did great, and then we went into the second game, and we were still having this like hype. We were being competitive. We were still losing, touchdowns on us. The last play came around. This is huge on parenting and how we are as parents on the sidelines, finalizing the win of the game.
Right.
The kid spiked the ball into Billy, and a parent on the sidelines behind me started yelling at our players, yeah, you shouldn't be hyped anymore.
Yeah.
Coming here. What y'all hype for? You took his money. What y'all hype for? You chill out. You know what's hype? Y'all got all excited. Be quiet. I gotta be quiet, but you don't. You can cheer just like I
He's
can.
playing in the game. He's a player rooting on his teammates.
Great. I'm a dad rooting on my son.
But you're making fun of kids.
Making fun of who?
Kids.
making fun? Because I said don't get hyped.
Yeah, you're making fun of kids.
Making fun of kids because you said something. Go, go, go.
Be physical. Get up there. Minute 30, minute 30.
And I was like, how could you go to kids who lost 4 games and then finally were able to overcome that mental obstruction? Why would you try and tear down 15-year-old kids when they're happy and they're hyped and they're doing better for themselves?
Yeah.
And you guys won the game and you won it by a few touchdowns.
Yeah.
So why are you telling our kids not to be hyped for themselves anymore?
100%. It's a different mentality sometimes on the sideline with 7-on-7. It's such a fast-paced, emotional game, and then the parents get into it sometimes, and we got to watch our sideline and make sure it doesn't happen. We have 9 teams. It's hard to control 9 teams with 12 players on it, and 12 players with 24 parents and grandparents, and so we just got to try to watch it and put out what our parameters are and what our goals are as an organization, and then just work backwards.
I just really hope that our parents just are with us in this mission, and I think it's going to be hard because I can't imagine it being my own kid that gets a ball spiked on them.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine it's my kid that gets punched in the face, or my kid where a full-grown adult is yelling at them. I can't imagine me sitting quiet on a sideline with that.
When that ball did get spiked on him, I was obviously it was an interception is what it was, and Billy had gone up on a fade pattern in the corner. And the ball was underthrown a little bit, and the kid went up, and Billy fought for it, and the kid intercepted it in with Billy. Then they both went to the ground. He got up, and then he threw the ball on to Billy. I turned to the director who was keeping the game score, and I said, unsportsmanlike conduct. Hey, we should get a penalty. We should get the ball back. I go, hey, penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct. You can't spike the ball on top of one of our players. And he just looked at me. He didn't even comment. Yeah. If you're worried about your kid, having a ball spiked on them, or your kid being hit even, or a parent yelling and screaming at kids, that has nothing to do with you as a parent watching your kid have that happen. Where your complaint is with the person you spent $750 for the tournament entry fee and paid $25 to come in and be with all day long. The complaint is at that tournament director that didn't go right over there and stop that guy from doing that. That's where the fault lies in 7-on-7, is in tournament directors that do nothing to stop parents and players from acting that way. Iowa 7 right now, which is a league that we will play in, or tournaments that we will play in, they actually have a rule that's instated this year. They had a tournament committee get together. I was lucky enough to be a part of the tournament committee, and if that happens, the players are warned once for unsportsmanlike conduct, and then but if you're ejected, the head coach gets ejected also. You're worried about these type of parents, it's in the tournament director. So the tournament director from this weekend is the one that you need to go to and have those complaints with.
Yeah, so the tournament director of where you're playing at is the advocate for your player.
100%.
And if they're not advocating for our players in the way that we expect them to, we just won't go to their tournaments
100%.
anymore. Yeah, so are you ready to be a tournament director and kick people out?
I am. First of all, I get to handpick all the coaches that are the directors that are, or teams that are coming here, and their directors. I'm not, you wouldn't say I'm friends with, but I'm strong acquaintance with pretty much all directors that come to my tournaments. Our tournaments, we have 3 tournaments a year, and 2 of them are packed house, full tournaments.
So, and then our tournaments this year, so you're going to be doing the directing and some coaching, and then I'm going to be doing a lot of media work, and then we're adding the hospitality role.
In the hospitality role, just because I walked into this last tournament that we've been talking about and have never met anybody, and nobody even greeted me, And
after we traveled 5.5 hours and paid however much money, and then they brought us out there on a scam, almost lying to us about how many teams were going to be there
100%
in order to get their national bid.
Right.
And then to not even talk to us, just
Now I'm laughing. I was thinking about it on my drive home, my 11 hours that I drove there and back. I was thinking to myself, so the guy that I talked to, that I emailed, who returned my email immediately when I say I wanted to pay $750 to be in his tournament, he emailed immediately but didn't return my emails when I kept asking where's the schedule at. His name is Taylor, and so there was only one guy that was there the whole time, so the entire weekend I kept saying, hey Taylor, hey Taylor, hey. So I was laughing at myself on the way home going, I really hope that wasn't Taylor. And the guy who didn't introduce himself, and he just kept answering to Taylor all week. I kept saying, I hope that wasn't even Taylor. I talk to all the coaches when they get there and just make sure that they remember I'm Darren, because I'm the only one they talk to all the way up to the tournament. I have one person that's just in charge of making sure that our events are 2-day events, that go up and talk to them both days, and anything you need, coach, whatever. And then the cool part about our tournaments, we're one of the only tournaments that do this, is we hire our officials in from another state. They're certified officials, and we actually have an OIC, an official in charge that does not officiate. He's just in charge of overseeing and knowing all the rules, and he trains these officials. And so we're lucky because we can tell the coaches, don't come to me, don't come to Darren, who has teams in the tournament, by the way. It's always nice when you go to the director of a tournament and you're complaining about something, but you were playing one of their teams. Yeah, one of their teams, and you're expecting him to rule in your favor, and that happens everywhere, Unfortunately, who's going to put on the tournaments, And so you'll be able to go to an official in charge that he doesn't care who wins.
Right.
He's just got his guys here. They're not even from here,
Right.
And so people will really like that. It's not like it's my buddy from down the street that I've known my whole life is now official and he's going to come and do my games.
Or one of our coaches rugby.
Well, that happens all the time, right?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, a lot of good things that go on in our events.
Yeah, we put in a lot of work to do this stuff.
It is. But it's well worth it.
It helps us pay for our tournament.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Slide over. Running around like we're inside. We got space tonight, guys. You guys. Hey guys, good? Knock the wind out of you? Nice grab. Good job.
Brock's still coming.
Are you guys excited for your first tournament?
Yeah!
This team.
Everywhere you see your tone, I want to check. Like you're gonna cut outside, but get back to your go route.
Come get that lip. Ready. Go. Hard, go hard. Good. Go down. Yeah, we're gonna run it again. This time, center, go down. Ready. Okay. So then I can have the right. Come on, Jason. Good job, Jason. Hey, run your patterns hard. You're getting subbed in. You shouldn't be tired. Ready, go. Go get it. Go get it.
They're going to react to where your head's at, right? They're going to say, especially the first. You move from that. Everybody else is going to line up. Once you're in the wrestling for you, it's going to be the review the ball. You're tighter.
Hey, one of you two's got to play, whichever one. Front line. Middle? Yeah. No, front line. Front line.
Nice spot. So let that motion get past you, then say hi. That gives you one more target.